All right, and we are live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. It is Monday, isn't it? Like this is,
Yes.
it is Monday. Okay, I'm not losing track of my days or anything like that. Happy Monday to everyone out there. Hope you guys are having a great start to your week. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Tonight, we have very nice look. Tonight, I am joined here with three very special guests. These are the Creepin' It Real peeps. Thank you guys so much for being here. We got Destiny, Chris, and Chad from Creepin' It Real. How are you guys doing today?
Good,
Amazing.
man. Thanks for having us.
Good, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know that we have been, talking about doing this now for a couple of weeks. So glad that it's finally here. I literally can't believe that like May is like almost over. Like as I see like the days like counting
right?
and stuff, like it's nuts that The Conjuring is probably the next big. It is actually no, A Quiet Place Part 2. I keep forgetting that got that got moved up to next weekend. But so for anyone who is joining us here in the chat, just know that this is going to be a full-on spoiler review, technically, regarding Spiral from the Book of Saw. Just came out this past Friday. It's looking like it's performing pretty well at the box office, like right now, which is solid.
Okay. Yeah, it's doing okay.
Yeah. But this is going to be full spoilers. So it looks like Zach Pullman, he said he's just, he's going to see it. He doesn't want to be spoiled. So, go see it, then come back. Yep.
Yeah.
Go see it, come back and listen to our thoughts on it and enjoy the show because it's definitely a form of a ride. It's like a wild ride. It's a fun ride, at least in my opinion, but you guys already know what my thoughts are. Those of you that are on my channel. So how about you guys tell me a little bit about just generic thoughts? We're not going to get into spoilers right now because they have not posted any form of review. So why don't you guys give your general thoughts? Destiny, would you like to go first?
I really enjoyed it. So far, that's been my formal review. 4 out of 5. Yeah, that's really all I have to. You shouldn't have let me go first, honestly.
I was going to say, talk about the most basic type of answer that you could have. I don't know. Like you could have given nothing. I don't know. Never mind. All right, who's next?
Chad, want to go?
I really like the colors in it.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's shot beautifully. That's for sure.
No, I liked it. I really did enjoy it. I did kind of see some things coming. Like once he started, like, once certain things were, said or whatever, I kind of like, I wonder. And then it's like, oh, okay. And then it's like, oh, but I did enjoy it. It made sense, I guess, for what it was. So, but yeah, we'll get into that and talk more about the twist and ending or whatever the fuck we want to call it.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I think it's the same as Destiny, probably 4 out of 5.
Okay.
4 out of 5.
I really enjoyed this film, and I tried to put my Saw bias aside and just enjoy this movie as is. And honestly, I think it works both for a diehard Saw fan like myself and as a non-Saw fan. Like, I think it does a good job at catering to both. It has a pretty good balance there. I really enjoy it. There's a lot in there that is predictable. But all I'll say right now is the predictability doesn't really bother me because I enjoy the way that things end up playing out, which I wasn't expecting. So I'm not going to knock the predictability too much on it because they still found a way to go in a way that I wasn't expecting. So right now, I got it about 4.5 out of 5. But again, that could sway a little bit as we go. But right now, it's a 4.5 for me.
Yeah, that's a solid rating if you ask me. Everyone that has seen my review knows that on my rating scale, I said that it was an avid Halloween partier, which is also a B on my scale. So it's like I think that it's like one of those movies like where you can have on at a Halloween party, people can watch it and enjoy it and everything like that. I definitely think that it delivers on, so it delivers on the right amount of gore if you're a heavy Saw fan.
Yeah.
And then it is also, it was a lot more settled than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. So, like my girlfriend, she's not a huge Saw fan by like any stretch of the imagination. And she went to go see it with me, and she actually enjoyed it more than, she thought she was going to, because she hates like the later movies, like with all the traps and, the gore and everything. But yeah, no, she even enjoyed it for this. So let's before we get into the spoilers, let's just catch up with everyone that is here in the chat. We got a Good Real Hunting. Nice to see you guys. Welcome in, Morgan V. Zach Pullman said he's not sticking around because he doesn't want to be spoiled. But Zach, thank you so much for dropping by. Come on back when you see the movie. I said Miss Carter. Awesome, Austin. Nice to have you here. And everyone else that's joining, there's a lot of comments coming through right
Zach
now.
in there too, Braden.
Oh, Zach Dion, what's going on, buddy? Hey, Zach. I hate this man so much. I love him, but I hate him. Like he says, look at these beautiful people.
He's got a way about him, huh?
Yeah, he does, right?
Fucking little bastard.
Yeah, because I get called out every single time I'm live, and like he goes like, notice me, damn it, like. And then he gets upset and he leaves. So, it's okay. It's okay, Zach. I noticed you this time around. So, all right. So let's get into this. Like, I don't know where you guys want to start. Like, so someone pick something and we can just kind of start diving into it. Anything anyone wants to talk. We could talk about the fact that Billy the Puppet's not in anymore. And it was And
Mr.
it was
Snuggles, yeah.
Mr. Snuggles is the new go-to horror figure. I did see that Trick or Treat Studios actually already announced that they've got the.
I saw that. Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's such a small piece of it. Anyone who's seen the trailer probably knows that it's not Billy anymore. Billy the Puppet is not in the movie anymore.
Yeah. You want to talk about the puppet we did get?
Let's talk about the puppet. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Snuggles is cute.
I didn't mind him.
Is that his name? Was that his name?
That's what Darren LaBow's been calling him on all his social media. So I don't know if it's the official name or that's just what he's calling him. But for now, yeah, let's call him.
I don't know. They were calling him, like, I saw the Trick or Treat Studios they're just calling it like the pig mask figure or some shit like that.
Yeah. Fuck.
You seem like you have thoughts.
Now's the time. Get him out.
It's fucking gross, but anyway, no, he was creepy. It worked for what they were, trying to do. It kind of sucked that it wasn't Billy. Oink, Zach Dion, oink. Yeah. It looked like you, bud. Not just kidding. It was supposed to be a lot nastier than Billy, so I think that's why. And then obviously when they got it later on,
right?
It's like, but yeah, it's no Billy, but it's okay. And the voice wasn't the same either, so. Okay. I don't want to get into that, but It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was okay. And I understand, like, they're not going to have fucking Jigsaw's voice. I get that. So it made sense. But that voice was just like, yeah.
I will say, though, in the movie, it does sound more clean and a little bit better than it does in the trailer.
Yeah.
They did clean it up a little bit, I'm starting to slowly get used to it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I
still don't like it, but I'm like,
I think they could have at least made the voice deeper. Like,
I agree.
Somewhat more sinister. Like
wow,
I said before.
Sinister.
It sounds like the fucking, if you watch Unfriended Dark Web, it sounds like whenever the Dark Web people are on the screen and they have that weird voice, that's what it reminds me of. I wish it was just a little bit deeper.
I agree.
You could always go deeper, you know. Like, yeah, they could have done a better job with that.
Deeper.
Phrase of the day: you can always go deeper.
Always go deeper.
I am, I guess, going to be in the minority here, but I was actually a fan of it. I personally liked the new voice, because here's why. Because it's supposed to be a copycat killer, and I feel like that it just felt like it felt like a wannabe Jigsaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I was thinking of it in that perspective. Like, okay, I know Billy's not going to be in it. I know that, you know, Tobin Bell's not in this one. So, you know, it's like when it comes down, minus, you know, the little cameo of his pictures and everything being like on the police desks and on the boards. But I went into it knowing like, okay, this is a copycat killer, right? And so like, I thought that, you know, it did justice for someone that it was a wannabe Jigsaw. And I thought that that's why I was like, interesting. Like, as soon as I heard the voice in the movie, I was like, I actually think that this is kind of unsettling. I actually get a little creeped out by it. Like, you know, but it could also be because the first trap is fucking brutal.
Yeah.
That first trap, like, I was just sitting there, like, I was like, is that a bear trap that's like around this dude's tongue or whatever? Like, because man, that was
like, pretty.
Get into it. Go ahead, Chad.
Fuck, that was like right out of the gate. I felt bad for that dude. Holy shit! Like, you feel bad for everybody in these traps, but god damn, I just you're like hanging there. You're trying to keep balance on that fucking rickety ass thing. Look like Jason from Part 2 there, just like yeah. I had to, but yeah, fuck Boz as they call him.
Yep.
What a fucking way to go. That's
dude. It's like I feel like, dude, like he was all about it when the train got close to him. I'm like, dude, just like it's like almost like when your life is like flashing before your eyes or whatever. It's like, all right, I guess I'm gonna tear my tongue out now, and then boom.
Yeah, I would rather just die.
Like,
I would have just like tried to jump backwards and just fuck my tongue.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll go lizard man for the rest of my rest of my life. But yeah, go ahead, Des.
Well, he said, like, all you have to do is step off the stool and...
Thank you, Zach. I appreciate you.
All right.
Wow.
Enjoy your time. I'm heading out.
You better notice him now.
Great seeing you, but I do notice him. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks.
Same guy who couldn't cover his $5 fucking Starbucks when he was here. But, you know, hey, whatever.
Right. Can't pay for $5 Starbucks, but thanks for the $20 super chat. Love you, buddy.
Oh, love you, bud. He's a mouthy little fucker, ain't he? No.
Oh, he is. I was just on FaceTime with him earlier. I love him.
I'm sorry. Was he shirtless?
He was.
Yeah.
He's always shirtless.
Oh, shirtless. Fuck.
Yep. Always. Zach said, he goes, "You're gonna lose a friend."
That's okay. I gained a son. It's all right. Fuck.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy.
Love you. Yeah. Have a good one. Thanks for coming in. No, what were we talking about? The first trap?
The
tongue.
Yeah.
Tongue and trap.
Yeah. Heck yeah. So I know, what were you guys saying, Chris and Destiny? What were you guys saying about it? I know you guys are talking a little bit about it, but
you want to go ahead, Des?
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. I think it was Fangoria. They released the first, like, that opening trap, and I did watch it. So I already knew kind of what we were starting off with. But even from just seeing those like 3 minutes or something when I first watched it, it got me so like much more excited. I was already excited, but seeing that made me even more excited, especially because it has that same weird camera work as the Saw movies have, where it's like really jumpy and like they're fucking, like really fast paced moving around. So I really like that. But yeah, it was brutal. And I think it was it the most brutal trap?
I don't think so. It's up there, but I wouldn't say it was.
It was pretty. Yeah, I think they're all pretty brutal this time.
Bloody. Maybe I saw the most blood.
I think that one probably has the most blood.
I think so. Is it just me, or did the traps in this movie kind of get more subtle as the movie went on? It's like it started like with like that, it started with that like giant like like literally like splat of blood. Like this guy's body exploded on the freaking train. Like that was nuts. and then it's like this. The second trap is the one. Like, by the way, I knew like as soon as he went into that warehouse, I'm like, oh, this guy's. I'm like, he's toast. Like it was whatever that second detective was. It was the finger trap, like where his.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's the one that I was like,
yeah.
Ooh. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the fingers
Yeah.
just
Seeing the fingers ripped off and then
Ugh.
get electrocuted either way. That
Oh,
was
yeah. Either way, that man was in a just horrible position to be in. It's
Yeah.
like you're gonna get electrocuted, or all of your fingers at once are gonna get torn off. Like it's yeah, that
it's brutal.
You know,
Brutal.
another little gripe I have. Not so much gripe. Because obviously like Jigsaw, all of his like little voice tape, they're all like they have like puns in them. They're very like
Sure, yeah.
I feel like he used too many words. I feel like that sounds dumb.
the one pun that
like-
got me was in the opening trap where he's like, "No, you will be railroaded." I'm like, okay.
Okay, come on, dude.
But yeah.
Yeah. I kind of some of them I almost wanted to laugh at because I was like, okay, you sound a little bit too cocky here or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Too many
Yeah.
words.
Again, I just go back to it's a copycat.
Yeah.
So he's the
probably,
wannabe.
Literally like looking at what Jigsaw said and like writing it down and just
Mhm.
like altering like the words, like exchanging out the words. Like, yeah, he would say this. I know he would.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say one thing about just the traps as a whole. Aside from a few of the head contraptions that are in this movie, I totally buy that this killer kind of could have put all this together because it's just like simple things you would find just around and then you kind of just do something with them. Again, aside from a few of those head contraptions where I'm like, okay, I can't buy that you did that. But for the most part, I'd say it's all pretty believable when it comes to the traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it's not like the Brazen Bull or whatever the fuck
Oh,
it's called.
God.
From Part 7.
Yeah.
Like, that's obviously like built. Like he wasn't out there just fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate the final chapter with a burning passion, and
You
that's
and me
honestly
both,
like,
buddy. You and me
like
both.
that's honestly like if that first trap that's in that movie is just so it looks like a fan film. Honestly, it looks like a fan film.
Which one is the very first trap? Because I know there's like 3
in the
openings.
final chapter.
Yeah.
It's the one with the 2 guys in like the cage with the girl or whatever. It's
Breaking
like,
up with you, Tina. Yeah.
Oh, shut the fuck up,
dude,
Get outta here.
like.
Yes.
I'm just like sitting there, and I know that because I know that the script for that was like, and we'll get back to Spiral in a second, but we're gonna sidetrack on this real quick because
I'm all for it. Yeah, let's go.
because I don't care what anybody says about this movie. People can say they hate this movie, but this movie is a million times better than the final chapter, like a million times.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like, what do you call it? Yeah, in the beginning, like just. Like the whole thing just looked fake. Like everything looked fake, and I know that it was also the highest budget one because they spent all that money on the 3D effects.
cameras and yeah. Mm-hmm.
The fucking bitch takes her briefcase and fucking hits it. Just hits it on the glass. Like, what are you doing? First of
I'll
all,
save you.
you're not even using like the hardest part. You're using like the flat side and just boop. Like, thank you, ma'am. You really tried hard.
Yeah. Let's see here real quick. Zachary Lumsden. I really want Dr. Lawrence Gordon, Logan Nelson, and William Shank to come together and form some sort of new cult.
Why?
Cult of Saw.
Like
That's
a cult
the
of
movie.
that. That's gonna be Saw. It's gonna be.
I
Saw
mean, they
10.
kind of planted seeds towards like a Jigsaw follower cult a little bit in the last couple movies. They kind of planted little seeds and something like that, but no, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean they did, but yeah. Anyway, thoughts on the final chapter for me is coming later on this week because I'm still covering all the Saws like this week, and then I'll give my official ranking for it. But I can tell you right now, this one is probably going to rank higher on the list, like because I mean, again, like I definitely thought like Chris, what you were saying, like when we first got on here, that this definitely pleases. I'd say. A true Saw fan. Like I think that there are a lot of really I think that there's like a lot of really actually great callbacks, and like towards the end it definitely starts getting more like Saw 3, like because like in Saw 3 that's like when they started like we started following the protagonists, like as one would say, like through the different rooms and everything. Because in the trailer, I was just kind of like, which by the way, the teaser trailer I like a lot more than the official trailer for this movie.
I did too. You're talking about the one that came out last year, right? When it was initially supposed to come
Yeah.
out? Yeah, that one
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. Love that trailer. Love the music in that trailer.
Mhm.
Did not like the music in the newest trailer. Like I filmed a trailer reaction for it and I didn't even post it because like my reaction was just kind of like my reaction was just sitting there and I was just kind of like, yeah, well, that looks okay. You know,
the thing about the music in the second trailer is in the trailer, I wasn't that big of a fan of it other than the spiral. Like I like that, but aside from that, wasn't a big fan of the music. However, when I seen the movie and it starts playing the end credits, as we were talking about before the show, haven't been able to get it out of my head since. So
yeah, the fucking spiral song,
yeah. Love the song. I've had that on repeat. I love the spiral song.
Yeah.
Did not like it in the trailer. Like I just I guess I just wasn't a fan of the overall second trailer. Like I was like the first trailer I actually really enjoyed. And it actually got me interested. And I was also very interested to see, like, maybe I thought that the ending of the movie, like, I was like, did they just post the ending, like, with him, like, locked up in the chain and then, like, it just cut to black, like, there?
Go back and watch that second trailer. There's a lot of the ending that's in that trailer. We just didn't know it.
And I even said, I feel like they showed too much.
But
specifically with the Samuel L. Jackson scene.
Yeah.
That part, I think they showed too much because no matter what, you fucking know he's going to be hanging up somewhere. So I feel like
at some point,
that at least. Yeah.
I really do feel like that they started, like, with the marketing stuff, like, I really feel like they started getting desperate to get people to go and see this because they just started posting clips, like, they started posting scenes.
They posted the opening,
The fucking opening.
They posted so much online. Like, I'm just like, y'all didn't want to save this for the movie? Like, you know? Like, so I just think, but I mean, it's doing well right now, which is what matters. But yeah, I definitely thought, like, going back to your guys' point about, like, the whole ending and everything like that, like, I definitely went back and watched the trailer again, and they did post a lot of shit in there. Actually, like, I don't, like, what's the trap, like, and this one kind of goes over my head a lot, because I think of, like, 3 of the main big ones, which is like the wax one with like that one, which by the way, that's a lose-lose situation. I mean, like,
there's no getting out of that, right?
Like he's what, anticipating her to be paralyzed from the neck down, or freaking like
get hot wax all over you, or break your spinal cord. Which either way, you're fucked. So like,
I feel like all of them are kind of like that. It's like you really
very brutal.
You really don't win. You're still fucked. You're gonna be missing something no matter what happens.
Yeah. So there was that, or then there was, like, this is like when it started getting more like the later Saw movies, like when Zeke actually got out, like, which I was shocked, by the way, too. Like, and the thing, like, the thing that, dude, it made me laugh so hard. This man was about to cut his hand off, no cap, just without any sort of context.
I thought that was brilliant. I thought that whole scene right there was brilliantly done. I was like, oh my god,
I did love that. The way he looks at it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
And then he just happens to look down. And is like, oh shit, hang on. I got it better.
I get that.
Like, genius.
Like, literally, like, just without hesitation, this man was about to just cut his hand clean off. Like, just made me laugh. Which, by the way, too, that whole scene, and I know that, like, they had similar shots like that in the trailer or whatever. I mean, everything, like, this is probably, like, it's not probably, this is, without a shred of a doubt, in my opinion, the best looking Saw movie in the entire franchise. It is a gorgeous looking movie.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like, just everything. Like, and I also liked, because if you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen my reviews for Saws, like, at least 2 and 3, but the graininess that is within it, I know that graininess kind of immerses you into, like, a colder atmosphere, but it just did not work for me in I didn't like the graininess. I didn't like how it would look clean and then it would just look different in another scene or whatever. Like, I was just not a fan about that. So I was glad to know that not only was Darren Lynn Bousman back to direct this movie, and they had the similar style, though, like, right away. Like, right away in that first track, it's like, boom, you're in a Saw movie. It's like they got the fast paced, like, motion and everything like that. So gorgeous looking movie. But going back to like when Zeke gets out and he has to save that, which I thought was bullshit. I'm not gonna lie, that guy already served his time. Like he spent 9 years in jail, and then he just gets the glass and shit like that to the back. Like, oh, that was.
I love that trap though.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. And all the broken glass like around. It was kind of like pretty.
The fact that Zeke got some all over his face and
his arm.
I
love that when he walks out and he's got shit hanging out of his face. Like, oh, fuck.
Yep. Like like as soon as like that, like the bottles and stuff like that started moving, I was like, oh, it was like it was like it was like Zeke and I said it at the exact same. He was like, oh, fuck. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty much the exact same like reaction. Like I was so glad that they put that in, and like it just very subtle, very everything like that. I actually thought the comedy worked in this movie. What are your guys' thoughts on the comedy, by the way?
I agree. I thought it was pretty well done.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I agree. It had me laughing. It had, I'm gonna say my whole theater, but it was like 10 of us. It had everyone laughing in the right spots. Yeah. All the stuff about like the marriage stuff.
I just found out Pilates doesn't exist.
The Forrest Gump thing was
right at the beginning.
I will say that was one of my worries going in. I was like, oh, I know it's Chris Rock. I know there's going to be some comedy in there, and they've said there was going to be some comedy. I just don't want it to be too much to where it takes me out of the movie. And when he started off with that whole Forrest Gump bit, and it sounds like he's doing his stand up and whatnot.
Was it a sequel?
I was like, oh no. I mean, I was like, it was funny, but I was like, oh no, I hope this isn't the whole movie. But I love that when shit starts getting more serious, he tones down all the jokes.
So
I thought the comedy was handled pretty well. So,
and I don't know if this was intended to be funny, but when after he's shot and Samuel L. Jackson shows up and then takes out his pistol, starts pistol whipping everybody, and I don't know, man. I laughed so fucking hard at that. I was like, I don't know if this is supposed to be funny, but fuck, this is great.
Like, I mean, that's what I mean, though. It's like right away, like, Chris, I understand your worry because I was thinking the exact same. Even though I was laughing, my inner, like,
like I thought the bit was funny, but
yeah, like I was just kind of like, I really hope the whole movie's not like this, but then it like really starts to, get more and more it gets into a good tone, like when things need to be serious and whatever, which I really appreciated. So like I was like just so glad that the whole movie wasn't like that.
I really like the part where he's going undercover and he's trying to get drugs, and then he's got, all right, we got about 10 seconds. He goes up there and he's like, what if I really wanted to get fucked up? Like that whole scene.
Like his line, his line, he goes, you got to make it easy for the customer, man.
So yeah, shit like that, it worked for me. So
yeah,
I agree.
Okay, we've talked a lot so far about like a lot of the major plot points and everything. I'm trying to save like the big one until like the very end because like let's just talk about Detective Shank as a character. How about that? Because I liked Zeke a lot. I thought that Zeke, I thought that Chris Rock did a really great job at bring like he was a very dramatic actor in this movie, and I definitely thought that it worked. And it was weird at first, like seeing him, like with a lot of that. Yeah. But I definitely think that it ended up like working out really well. But let's talk about his counterpart, Shank. I really like the whole interaction, like with Zeke and the captain, like when because it's giving you context, and then it's like you don't really know what he means yet, like because like he's like talking about like how like, it's been 12 years and how he like got a bullet and all that shit. And then that's when Shank is introduced. I actually really liked that. Like I liked their chemistry like right away. Like it seemed like that. Like they didn't hit it off right away, but from an actor standpoint, it's like I really liked how they like played like the complete counterpart. Like when Shank walked out, he goes, "So how do you like your coffee in the morning?" He goes, "Alone."
Yes. It's like, he knows. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna end up getting this guy's coffee." Like I love that. It's like he already knows.
Yeah. So
cute.
So I like a lot of that, and I personally did like Shank as a character until like all that shit happened, like I don't fucking know. I don't want to say it yet. I don't want to say it yet.
I
But
feel like
I
you're already
did.
kind of saying it.
We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah,
talk, if you
We're
don't want
already
to say
shitting on
something,
it, so come on.
Fuck it. Let's talk about it. I
Fuck
liked
it.
him up.
Fuck it.
I liked him up until the. Actually, let's answer this question. Did everyone see the twist coming?
Oh, a
Yeah.
year
guys-
ago. A year
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
You guys did.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
did. See, I was a fan of it. Like, I wasn't too sure, especially after, like, you know, the whole, like, when, even though they didn't show the body, and that's when I started getting suspicions of,
Yeah,
like, you
no,
know, as soon as they
Right
didn't
there.
show it.
I called bullshit. I'm like, I ain't buying it.
Exactly.
Yep.
As soon as they don't show the face,
Yes.
I was like, because
Mhm.
we're too smart, you know? Especially
Right.
He's
like
the only
soft
one that didn't
fans.
get a trap. Everyone else got a trap, and we got a
Right.
flashback for everyone else's trap, but not his.
And I never
Yeah.
saw that tattoo on his arm. Did y'all? Did y'all see
It's
it?
there. It's there. It's
Yeah,
in the,
it's there. Yeah.
you see it in the beginning when they're getting in the car and the driver. He's like, "It's my son
Oh.
Charlie," and then he shows.
Yeah.
You
It goes like
I got
that
blacked
briefly.
out during that spot
Mhm.
because they showed the piece of
It's
his
right
tattoo, and I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah, right there.
"Who the fuck is Charlie?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, that was that guy's son."
Who the
Yeah.
fuck is Charlie?
Literally, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't see his
so-
tattoo whatsoever, so I don't
Right.
know where I
Yeah,
was.
it's there.
Okay, then, so yes, Shank was the one that was behind all of the murders. Yeah, I know, right? Like, big shock,
Dun, dun,
right?
dun,
Yes.
dun.
I loved that. I loved at
fucking
the
great.
end when the Hello Zep started playing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
It worked really well.
What I really loved about that is, you know, Zeke, or not Zeke, but Sneak is revealed, and it's not quite Hello Zep yet. It's still Charlie Clouser's, you know, like it's a familiar tune that we've heard in some of the old ones, but it's not quite Hello Zep yet. And then when shit really starts going down is when Hello Zep kicks in, which I was like, this music choice here is perfect.
I got so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
I left the
Chills.
theater going
Mhm.
dun dun dun. Even all the way
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
bathroom. I'm sure I was annoying people. I was just so excited. I was in the bathroom. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And, you know, just like before, like we talk more about that, I feel like that's one of the reasons I like the original teaser of this movie so much, because like the updated, like just like that heavy
Yeah.
score of Hello Zep, it just sounds so cool.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell
like
yeah.
that's just why I love that original teaser. But then in this movie, that all worked out really well. And what are your guys' thoughts on this? Because as horror fans, maybe you guys can see where I'm coming from. I said this in my review. Do you get a Scream vibe at the end, like when he's like going through like the whole monologue and everything like that? Because I got a major Scream vibe at the end, like when he started
a bit. Yeah,
like,
I can see where you're kind of going with that. Yeah.
like when he was like, and guess who was behind whatever, and then like he said it, and then he said, what the hell was the captain's name?
Garza.
Garza.
Yeah, yeah, like
Angie
yeah.
Garza.
Yeah,
Angie
Angie,
Garza.
like, yeah, he was like, and guess who was helping her? He was like, Angie. He was like, Angie, like, you know, like I was just like, I'm just sitting there, and because he's like going through everything, like, and like with the killer reveal and everything, like I just thought that it was like I just got major Scream vibes. I was like, Scream had definitely been like I feel like Chris Rock was like, you ever seen Scream? All right, we're gonna take that ending and we're gonna like make it like a Saw like monologue. Definitely felt like that, but I wasn't sure if it was just me or not.
Yeah, because the
Definitely.
other Saw films, when they have a reveal like that, they reveal who it is, and then they just show you like a montage where all the clues were. They don't really have like a monologue like that during the reveal. So yeah, I can see where you're going with it a little bit.
Yeah. So, but I did think I personally thought that Shank, like when he was like bad, I mean, I feel like that they could have picked somebody a little better and a little more menacing, because I didn't really find him to be menacing. It made sense as to why he was doing what he was doing, especially like, you know, like with the whole cop that killed his dad and everything, and how he was trying to become Zeke's partner just like so he can like, you know, stay up to date with everything. So like, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
It wasn't too outlandish. It wasn't too crazy. It made sense. You know, the guy kills his dad, who's a fucking cop, you know, Zeke's old partner, and all that shit goes down. And, but I was like, well, so why you want to punish Zeke? But I guess for, you know, going,
Yeah.
he helped cover up or whatever the fuck. So that pissed him off. And, you know, okay. When did everyone start putting it together that it was him?
After the trap, after
Immediately.
it didn't show his face.
Yeah, his
That
death
one?
scene.
Okay.
I say immediately because I already kind of knew going in. I was like, well, that's your man right
Because
there.
knowing these films and knowing how horror films work, right when he sat down, you saw the picture of fucking Samuel.
That,
Mhm.
yeah.
And he's
Yeah,
like,
he's
"Oh yeah,
like,
you know, your dad's the
father's
whole reason I want
always-
to do this."
Yep.
And then, you know, they're down the subway. He says, "Yeah, you know, I've been training or
since I was
doing
like
this for
12
12
or
years.
something.
Yeah, for 12 years since I was 12. I'm
Wanting this
yeah,
since I was 12 years old.
yeah. So like, when it did happen, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, once they didn't show the body, like, you know, like you guys said, it was like, you know, almost a complete giveaway. But it was still good and decent. It actually, even knowing that, it still blows like, you know, the ending to 7 or Jigsaw, you know, way out of the water. So
yeah,
you know, I liked it. It's actually not my worst one. So
the only gripe I have about the ending is the fact that what do you call it? He didn't say game over like as the thing was shutting.
see that I said before I went into the movie, I'm like, if I don't get a game over this time, I'm gonna be really pissed. We didn't get one in Jigsaw, so I'm like, I'm gonna be pissed. But as the credits start rolling, I wasn't bothered by it because I think the was so brilliant because it's a callback to when he was a kid. So like I thought that coming full circle was a genius.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, he can't really say anything because there's a bunch of cops there, and
Yeah.
everybody thinks
and
he's
there's
dead.
no door to slam.
Oh, I mean, he went down the elevator. He went the.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But,
that was like a complete fuck you.
I thought
that was great.
I was fine with it.
When like this is like once Zeke gets out of the trap, I felt like that I honestly thought that he was more trying to set him up and frame him for like
me too.
That was the vibe I was getting at because as soon as the cops started coming, I was like, oh shit. I was like, he's gonna.
I mean,
like,
if they do a follow up to this and Zeke doesn't join up with him like he wants, I think that's what he's gonna do next. I think he's gonna try framing them because. Like as far as everybody else knows, William's dead, and Zeke doesn't look good for Zeke right now. So I think that if they continue this, that's probably what he's going to try to do next is set him up.
Yeah. No, I mean, I had no problem with the writing or anything, and I think that, but I haven't seen Jigsaw yet. I'm not watching it until later this week. Like, you know, I'm watching it and I'm going to get my review out, but I know like that was one I just wasn't like, cause I hated the final chapter so much. So like, I guess it was just one that I never really just came around to seeing, like, you know, like I was just kind of like, but for whatever reason, like once I was told that, you know, Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson were teaming up, I thought it was a joke. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But I bought into this story. I thought it was a really good story. And I think that these are the same writers, if I'm not mistaken, that did write Jigsaw.
Yes.
Okay. So obviously they know how to make a good story. I guess apparently they just decided to dick it with Jigsaw, right? Like that's what I'm getting at. Like,
they did.
Jigsaw's fine. It's not final chapter level bad, I don't think, but it's especially looking back now after Spiral. It's definitely like, well, Jigsaw wasn't really necessary then because it doesn't connect in any way. It's just kind of there now.
Literally.
So that kind of brings my Jigsaw rating down a little bit now, but it's not bad. It's just there.
I think Jigsaw is too convoluted for a fucking Saw movie.
Yeah.
And that has to be saying something because you know they're all fucking woven together. But even I watched Jigsaw that first time, I was confused after the movie. I was like, wait.
Right.
What did I just watch? Like where are we right now? There's a lot of this.
Well, I'm glad I didn't waste money on it in the theater then because I just have the collection now or whatever, and I just still haven't watched it. So like, I mean, like I guess I have not been like, you know, oh my god, I have to watch Jigsaw. Like, you know what I mean?
It's nothing that exciting. I mean, there's cool stuff there, and I think like. The main game is pretty cool overall, but like, it's just there's no reason for it, especially now after Spiral.
Yeah. That is one thing I will say about Spiral is that I truly think that it serves its purpose of existence.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's a fresh take, and that's honestly why I know that there are those that like have that issue with Billy not being in it and stuff. But it is a copycat killer. He is trying to be a copycat and nothing more, and that's it. Like, you know, I even like the Easter eggs, like as they were talking, like, you know, earlier in the movie, like when he goes, I thought the Jigsaw killer was dead. And it was kind of nice that he said that, like, you know, and
Right.
Zeke is like, he is. And so I like that all of that is all woven together in the sense that, okay, this pretty much, if you want to get realistic, takes place after Saw 3, pretty much.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Another thing I will say about Spiral that is another positive is the Saw franchise has always been a franchise that you have to see, you know, from start to finish. You can't just randomly start with like Saw 4, you know what I mean? Or you'll be confused. Spiral is an exception to that because you can watch Spiral without having to see any of the other movies and you can still get it. So I think that's a very big positive as well.
Yeah. And I think that's smart to do.
Yeah.
Because we're already so many movies in.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, not everyone has seen all the Saw movies. Not everyone cares to watch all the Saw movies.
Right.
That's what, like, Dead Meat, the Wednesday, because we watched it on Thursday. Wednesday, they had posted something like 5 things they loved about Spiral. And that's what they said. Like, you don't have to see any Saw movie to go in and watch that. And I really appreciate that because I'm sure for most people, that's probably, like, intimidating, especially something like Saw, because there's, you know, this whole like image around the Saw movies. So a lot of people don't watch those for that reason, but this, you just know Jigsaw, you see his picture, he's dead, that's it.
Yeah, like all you need to know going in is that John Kramer was Jigsaw and now he's dead. Like that's all the information you need to know going in.
This is the most accessible of any of them.
Yeah,
and probably the most rewatchable, I would think. I could see myself watching this one a lot more. Yeah. Just throwing it on than just, you know, okay, let's start the fucking Saw series back from 1.
Yep, this
I
is
want to
gonna
watch 5 or, you know,
definitely going to be
one
of my most rewatched ones.
Can't just do that. You got to watch them all from the beginning in order to get it. But this one, like I said, you can just pop in. I can see myself popping in just whenever. Just, okay, I want to see Saw, but I want to see something, you know, has a little bit of humor, has a little bit of drama.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. And then just, you know, it just keeps trucking along, and you know everyone could just jump into this and be like, okay, cool, then maybe I'll go back and watch the other Saws, you know. But you know, but if they do that, just know that the other Saws are a little different. This is very different, but in a good way.
Yes, and I've seen a lot of people ask that question. It's like, I haven't seen the other Saws. Do I need to before seeing Spiral? And after I seen the movie, I was like, no, you can absolutely go into this one blind.
Yeah, no.
So that's great. That's great.
Yeah, you absolutely can, and I'm not gonna lie. Like I can't wait to get this on Blu-ray, and I might even get like I honestly I think though it depends on like the design and stuff. I hope that they have a 4K steelbook on this. Like when
that'd be cool.
When it comes out, I think that can be kind of cool. But especially if they have just like a giant like spiral on it or something like that. Like I definitely just think that, you know, I'm definitely going to buy this like when it comes out. It's definitely one that I feel like that I have, you know, some of them that I hate just because I have the collection, you know. But, like if I didn't have to own Saw 5, I wouldn't freaking own it.
It's just easier to buy them in that like $10 pack that you get.
Right, exactly. So, you know, like I have it there, like just in case, like, you know, something like this happens and like, you know, you just want to review all of them. But for the most part, like this, I actually like, in my opinion, this might make my top 4, like, you know, like in the Saw franchise. It is. Yeah. I just think that they did such a. Oh, go ahead, Destiny. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I have to agree. Yeah, it's definitely like you're saying. This was one. I'm not the biggest Saw fan. I mean, I've seen them all, but I really never find myself wanting to go rewatch a Saw movie. But I think if I were to watch one, it would definitely be Spiral. And with me, I also rank, whenever I do like rankings, it's like rewatchability. And so, yeah, this is definitely, I would say probably like my 3rd or 4th, like Chris was saying. Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
100%, 100%. But yeah, overall, it seems like everyone, enjoyed the movie, and like it's making me so mad that some people like, because I'm like watching like generic movie critics, like watching it and stuff, and they're just judging it from like a non-horror fan perspective, and it just makes me so mad. It's like I don't understand why these movies, like I can understand some of the later movies not getting high ratings or anything, but if you're like I said, this movie it does its job catering to horror fans, and especially fans of this franchise. That there, like I said, there are a lot of really good callbacks to other films. If you've seen at least if you've seen Saw 1 through 7, you definitely don't apparently need to see Jigsaw. But if you've seen Saw 1 through 7, they've got good callbacks. Like especially like because like they have the traps. But I also love how I thought that again. I thought that Zeke was just going to be in that trap, and that's just how it was going to end, or something like that. I thought that that's like how it was going to end. But then when he started, like when he got out and he started like going into like, the one person we forgot to fucking cover is Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Oh.
We forgot to cover Marcus. I love the scene, like when like it was weird, and Chelsea said this too, that literally it was super weird to see Chris Rock call Samuel L. Jackson dad in a movie.
Yeah.
Dad.
But the age matches up, believe it or not. So, but it's weird. It's weird. For sure.
Samuel's up there.
Yeah, it does. And I actually, because like I was like sitting there, I'm like, well, I wondered what his character like was going to do, and I actually thought it was like very clever, like when they were putting all the pieces together at the end, like when he was like saying, well, hey, you texted your dad, and then it like had him like blocking his number, and I was like, oh shit. Like so like I just thought that when they were putting together the montage and everything like that at the end, because they definitely had the typical Saw montage at the end, where it was going back and showing everything and how everything connected, and I loved like when like the puppet like raised his like hand, and then it like
I lost my shit. I was like,
no. My like favorite part I would have to say was that very end.
Yes.
I was just like, oh my god, because I really wasn't expecting him to die, especially like, oh, if you shoot this, your dad's saved.
Right.
Then you see the fucking wire, and I was like, oh no,
like,
and then he gets raised up. I was like, fuck.
Oh my god!
So
that Sam Jackson's trap and the glass bottle traps are like debating for my favorite trap in this movie, because those two are so like my mind was blown. Definitely. The Sam Jackson one, I definitely like. I knew he was going to be in a trap. I had no idea that it was going to play out like that, though. That completely off guard. Yeah,
like I was just like sitting there because like I was like, well, I mean, this guy, I'm like fucking Zeke. I'm like Zeke should be able to shoot that fucking target, no problem. Like,
it's too easy. It seems too easy, right?
He goes. That's it.
Another thing that I thought, I'm not saying this personally, but I feel like it not being Billy and it being a pig that's dressed up as a cop.
Yeah,
I feel like it makes sense with the whole story, because
the timing of everything is very interesting.
Yes, especially this is definitely more of a black influenced movie, and I love that about it, and I thought that was so cool, and I feel like it all is very fitting.
It was.
And to think they shot this movie and was supposed to be released before everything went down in the last year. So when the fact that it comes out now after everything has already happened, it's a testament to be like,
definitely.
Wow, they were onto something. They were.
So.
And like I don't think they were doing that intentionally. It's like I think the pig thing is just because Jigsaw
had a part of the Saw.
Pig, right? Like, it's always been around. I don't think they intentionally meant to do it that way. But looking at it.
Well, it worked out that he was going after cops, so the pig thing fit.
Exactly.
So that,
So, whenever I was watching it, I was like, oh, because at first I didn't really realize like what the pig was wearing. Because I was like, what? Why is that thing on his chest? And then I realized it's a little cop uniform. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is he wearing? Then I realized it was a cop uniform. And I was like, oh. Okay.
I want to add that I really like the way that they were able to identify every victim by their officer badge. Like, it's this one. Because they were so fucked up, they can't identify the bodies. So they used the badge. I thought it was like, that's a neat little thing.
That was pretty cool.
Very interesting.
I don't remember. I'm terrible with names, but the one that shot, or the bad one, the bad cop.
Oh
with the
yeah,
scar, the one
I
with the
forget his
fingers.
name.
Fitch.
That one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fitch.
Fitch.
I really liked, whenever he's talking to his partner and they're like, oh, well, should we like notify him? He was like, fuck him. And then it shows that scene, whenever he got shot, he did the exact same thing. It said, fuck him. It's like, you don't learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get,
dude.
what is, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
That was Dead Meat. Whenever Dead Meat covers the kill counts, anytime someone gets like snatched up, he says like, get oinked. And so, yeah, that's just what I was thinking in my head. And now it's just me and Chris. Braden.
I forget what I was gonna, I was gonna say, like, that dude, he's still alive. So I think it'd be very interesting if in the next one he becomes the captain, because I can't see them making Chris Rock captain now after all the shit that they found him doing. So imagine if that dude's the captain and how that's gonna work out for Zeke's character. Like, I'd be interesting to see how something like that would play out.
Well, because Saw 10's already confirmed, so obviously they're gonna continue with this. I'm sure.
I hope so.
Like, because I actually really do. Again, I actually liked Zeke as a character. I thought that Chris Rock brought, and I'm hoping actually. I'm hoping that they got a lot of like the good Chris Rock jokes and stuff like that out in this one, because now he's gonna be fucked up in the next one.
Shit's serious now, yeah. Shit's serious now.
Character wise, he should, and especially because now he knows who's doing this.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
anybody.
like, I know. Anybody. Yeah. I know it's gonna be game on. So it's like I can't wait to see what they do. I wonder who else, because actually technically like I mean, I know the Jigsaw killers always have motivations and they have morals too. That's like honestly one thing that is also kind of, I guess you can say, sweet about this franchise is that, these killers, like they never really kill anybody. It's like they put, again, the people in these situations and they have to, decide for themselves. But like because like I was like thinking, I was like, oh shit, like what if he goes after like, Zeke's wife or something? But I don't think that would be a Jigsaw thing, because,
even at the end, he was like, so you say kill cops? And he's like, fuck no, just the bad ones. And I'm like, okay. I see where you're going with that, but still.
Yeah, in a way, it's like meant to get you to think as an audience member, you're like, am I fucked up? Like,
it's like I see where he's coming from, but
it's still wrong, but he has a good point.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, what the fuck does it say on my movie ticket? Saw? Okay, no, I'm supposed to be here. I guess I am fucked up.
No, it's, man, like I just think that like the next one is going to be very very interesting. All right, hey, Good Real, thanks for coming in, man.
Bye, Brad. Thanks, man.
Later, bud.
Have a good show.
Yeah, later, bud.
Though, like I definitely think that I'm wondering what it's like going to be like called or whatever. Like I'm really hoping that they just call it like Spiral something, because like I think that like they can bring a new, if they just like they had Saw 2, whatever, like maybe if they have like Spiral, and then if they want to just call it something else, then I don't know.
Well, Darren did an interview recently, and he said, look, this movie is not Saw 9. Like, they can go back and continue with John Kramer as Saw 9 if they want. This is something different. So I hope that they call it, like, Spiral 2 or something like that. Like, because I would watch a whole franchise after this movie. I would be down for a whole new franchise following.
Oh, yeah. It definitely has the potential to go its own way.
Yeah.
While still being connected, fucking...
Spiral
the horror cinematic universe, Saw cinematic universe. It could do that sort of thing.
It's a whole universe, man.
Yeah, so it can definitely live in the same universe and still do its own thing while still being connected and still working.
Yeah.
So
Jigsaw has made such an impact on this whole like city or even the world. Like all these other people are starting to like follow his lead a little bit. So you could do so many different things in this universe without it being like a straight Saw film. You could do
like someone asked earlier, they want to see all of them together. And I mean, honestly, I don't personally think Hoffman is dead because he's just such an asshole.
I do.
They're probably keeping him in there for like conjugal visits or something. Gordon and his cult, but I feel like he's still alive, and I feel like they would find a way to bring him back, even though I'm not a Hoffman fan. I can't really stand Hoffman.
Amen, brother.
But if he does finally come back, I think we need to see him die, not just locked in a fucking bathroom.
And just assume he's dead.
Yeah, because he saw a lot of behind the scenes shit from John that he could probably figure it out. You know, I'm sure he could, but I don't know.
I just feel like too much time has passed to go back to that, especially when it wasn't as well received. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that they would bring that back. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Anything can happen, but
I only would just to fucking see him die.
Kill him for good.
Right. Just to have confirmation, like, okay, he's dead for sure now. Like, we know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, don't like him. Don't like Hoffman.
You don't like his face.
I don't. I just want to.
I don't like his face
one
either.
Time. I don't know what it is. It's definitely he.
It's those big lips.
Is it because he's Italian? Real nice.
No, what the fuck? No, it's because in 7 he's fucking walking around like a badass motherfucker, just stabbing people, and that's what I don't like. Is it just stab? Like, to me, that's not what Saw is about.
No, he's Michael Myers now. He's not Jigsaw.
It became kind of a
Exactly. That's what I don't like about him.
They're gonna do this whole crossover in the next one. All the horror people are gonna be in it. Like,
oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Fuck.
The
next one we see David Spade in a trap. We see fucking Adam Sandler in a trap.
Fucking Sandler.
The whole grown-ups crew will be there. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Fucking Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider.
Didn't know we needed.
Rob Schneider is in a trap.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was actually almost anticipating like I was almost I guess I was like almost anticipating David Spade or someone to be like one of the just to be like one of the police officers, just to come in and just like have a quick cameo.
Hey, Kevin James has gone horror. Kevin James can do it.
Yes, I couldn't think of his name, but yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I was gonna say I was gonna say Farley, but I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Hey.
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say. Well, that's who he replaced.
Right.
He'll never be Farley, but Kevin James is great. But yeah, no, that he did really well in Becky, so he could probably do it. But
you know, another thing I will say about Chris Rock is his facial expressions. Some of them are so hard when he's serious, and he had like
his eyes start twitching.
And you know, I can say this because I also have a crazy eye. I see it all the time. When he was talking, he was like,
"Yeah."
I'm like, "Okay, dude, relax your face a bit." Or when he's like yelling how there's no one he could trust, he's like, "No one to trust," and I was just like, some of his line delivery was a little not there.
It was a little Chris Rocky.
Yeah,
little Chris Rocky. There you go.
I thought he did better than I was expecting, and I think it's because all those lines from the trailer had me a bit worried because I felt like there was no inflection in his voice. It was all just like one note, and then some of his facial expressions were a little odd. But the scene, which it's in the trailer after he finds Angie's body, and when he's walking, and it's just his face, like I thought. That right there, that facial expression, that was great. And like the green and stuff, I loved that. But a lot of his facial expressions, when he was trying to be like tough, it just was like this. And I was like, I don't like the eyeball. But another little thing.
Yeah, again, I feel like that was like, because I know that, you know, movies like this is always shot like out of order. I definitely feel like there were some scenes though that you can tell that, okay, he had been on set multiple days and like has finally gotten himself into his character. And I specifically think that towards the end is like he did a great job with everything. Like, you know,
definitely.
Like that's what I mean. I definitely think that he like gets like stronger as the movie progresses. So, you know, it's like I almost feel like that like maybe they did. I feel like the scene like where Shank is introduced like with Angie and everything, I feel like that maybe they did that scene, like maybe that was one of the first scenes that they ever did. and you can almost kind of tell.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
seems like it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
For sure.
so yeah, like I mean, I definitely see what you mean though. Like, there's definitely because it's just it's so weird because Chris Rock like has like such a Chris Rock voice, and every time he speaks, I just hear him like telling jokes on a stage, right? Like, or it's like, you know, or like I just think of like the line from Grown Ups where he's like, I do not have a thing for a nanny or for the nanny or whatever.
I was thinking of like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. This scene of Jay and Silent.
Oh fuck!
Taste the booger flavor. I know what's in there.
So yeah, like I mean, so I definitely, you know, understand like, you know, the whole, and I understood why people were worried too. Like, you know, when Chris Rock like brought this story to Lionsgate, and it's like he's going to be a producer and he's going to star in it, and then Samuel L. Jackson's on board. I'm not going to lie, I will always laugh because like as soon as like, you know, even this goes back to the teaser trailer. As soon as Samuel L. Jackson goes, "You want to play games, motherfucker?"
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wouldn't be a Samuel L. Jackson appearance if he didn't say motherfucker.
Exactly.
Literally. And
like,
then all I could think of is fucking snakes in a plane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
For me, that's
So-
what I think of for him. And then Chris Rock, it's fucking Madagascar. And so all
Yeah.
I could think of is fucking like Marty talking.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. I see it.
I am not gonna lie though, it was really good to see Chris Rock back in a movie, and especially a movie
yeah.
like this. So,
Yeah.
you know, like I mean, like it's nice to see that comedians have like this deep, dark space in their brain to where it's
Mhm.
like, okay, this is like, yeah, you're hilarious and yeah, you're super likable, but you also, like everyone else, have super deep, dark stories to tell. So, you know, it's almost like, and also the nice thing about it, because like you guys were saying, the jokes in this movie weren't too cringeworthy or anything like that.
Mhm.
Comedians, they
Down,
know,
let it go,
yeah, they know how to deliver on the jokes too. Like they know how to make stuff settle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
What was the
For
one
sure.
when he calls? Dude, what is his name? What's Jigsaw's name in this one? What's his name?
William Sneak.
Yes,
yeah,
him.
Shank.
When he calls him, and he's like, "Oh, like my wife's out, like girls' night," and he's like, "Are you sure about that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole thing is like, I didn't even know Pilates existed, or I didn't.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like that whole thing where he's talking about his divorce, and he's like, "Enjoy while it lasts," and all that.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
I just
I
found out Pilates wasn't really a thing.
right.
Yeah.
right.
Those are-
Did you guys get
Yeah.
counseling? She was doing the counseling. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that whole interaction was super great. Or like even just something like when like they went to go visit the detective's like wife that died from the train
Yeah.
or whatever. Like when like he just like walks in and shuts the door and he goes, "I'll wait out here. I'll wait out here."
Yeah.
Yeah. Or when he pops, he's like, "Hey, I'm William." He's like, "Not now." Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I got Training Day vibes when it was those two together like that, like doing stuff. I'm like, I see a little bit of Training Day in here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not a bad
Yeah.
thing.
Day, a little bit of Seven. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought it worked really well. I liked it.
I thought so too. Yeah.
I love like you just said, I love seeing Chris Rock or any comedian in a dark ass movie like this. But I thought Chris did a really good job.
I
And
agree.
I hope they just don't kill him off in fucking 10 minutes of the second one.
Yeah, I'd love for him to lead a whole new
Yeah.
franchise.
I think like
Yeah.
these should be his movies instead of it
Yeah.
always following
Like different
Yeah.
characters.
Jigsaw in a way.
Yeah.
Like this should be like him. I
His
think throughout. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
yeah.
Mhm.
His
I
chapter
definitely,
in the
Yep.
book of Saw.
yes. I definitely agree. I can see that, and I really hope that, like Chad, I'm with you. I really hope that they don't kill him off in the first 10 minutes, like of the next one. But I truly think that this is now going to be Zeke's story. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like I mean, it's
Exactly.
like, it technically was in this one, but I feel like that this one was like just setting up for more of like Zeke's story. And now that he's actually experienced some shit, like I mean,
Got a lot
it,
to deal with now, yeah.
yeah, it's like he was just trying to like start rebuilding his relationship with his dad too, and then that happened. So it's
Oh my
like
God.
now he's gonna be in like, you know, a super like dark spot in this next one. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like the original twist that I thought it was gonna be, like I thought that like he was the one that was behind it. And that and I thought that he was like, you know, he chained himself up, like maybe he was taking something to like where he was in this mental state where he wasn't remembering it. And then
Right.
like he ended, like I thought that that's what the twist was going to be. Like one of my original theories that it was him all along. And then like I was really glad I wasn't correct on that.
Right.
So
yeah.
I just So, but overall, I'm glad to know that you guys enjoyed it too, man. Because I really enjoyed this movie. So
hell yeah. Oh yeah. I think it has
like,
a lot of potential.
The stuff I would complain about are just like small little nitpick stuff.
Yeah,
like
little gripes.
it's no big deal. Like as a whole, overall, like I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think anyone who didn't like this, anyone who didn't like this, this one, I feel like maybe going on, because I feel like this one, like you said, it just like really planted the seeds. I think the newer ones, if you didn't like Spiral, maybe you'll enjoy the other ones, because this one you have to set the story in place. And I've seen negative reviews. Some people they thought it sucked, and I was just like, oh, okay, well,
Also,
see that, but maybe they'll like the future movies.
I definitely think that what do you call it? When it comes down to just the aspect of Darren Lynn Bousman like directing again, I think that the first trap is the only one that what do you call it? Was the only one that like had that quick like motion and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, mainly. They had like one or two little tiny bits here and there, like, and I think the glass bottle had one little shot of that. But yeah,
did
I think
Angie?
that's like.
I don't think Andy did.
I don't think. I don't think.
Stuck there.
Yeah, I don't think. Angie
I don't think
did.
she's moving much.
Which I do like how clever that riddle was. Like, while you're out looking for more bodies, I'll take your head, as in the head of the lead. Like I was like, that's clever. All right.
Oh.
Hold on, guys. Look who we got.
Yeah, I think we got.
I
just looked. That's his name.
To work with. Yeah, Richard Zippieri. He was Detective
awesome.
Fitch in Spiral.
Really?
If that's real and that you are,
this is really
sir,
him. Yeah.
Great
job.
job.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah, he's
welcome and thank you for an awesome movie. You did a great
welcome
job.
in. Seriously. Yeah, welcome in, and he was the one with the finger trap.
Fingers.
So he was the one. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry
totally
about that, but it was
yeah.
a really
Hopefully
cool
you're
trap.
covered. You doing all right, man?
Oh my god, I just got sweaty. Not gonna lie.
I know. So did I. Like, I was just like, "Holy cow!" Like, like if this is real, thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in. And seriously, really enjoyed the movie. You came in with people that really enjoyed it. So
no haters here. Luckily,
no haters here. But
very happy with the final product. Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But we
cool.
are going to end up. That is really cool, right? Like shit. But we are going to wrap it up here. He says, "Yeah, he's good. He's recovered."
Good.
Are they just nubs?
Yeah.
Are they just a bloody nub right now? That's fucking brutal. God damn.
Right.
I know the finger one was probably. The tearing part, yeah.
Like I said earlier, that was the one that got me like, ew, because it's the hands and feet are always, especially the close-ups of them. Ooh.
Well, because of Garza, I'm gonna have to add spine. Anything with a spine or your hands or your feet, no, thank you.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I say like specific things, but really it's anything, almost anything. I was like, ugh.
I'm gonna need answers in the future about the cold case file that she was trying to look into. Like, I'm assuming it's the one about the whole Peter and CZ thing, but I want to know for sure because maybe it's something else. I don't know, but because they never said what cold case file she was gonna go look at. So I'm just assuming that was the one for now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I will say this. Wait, what's his name again?
Which one?
Who?
New Jigsaw.
Oh, Shank. William Shank.
Sneak.
Yeah, I'll remember it someday.
It's new. It's fine.
Hottest guy in the Saw movies.
He is a good looking dude. I'll give you that.
Yes.
You say
when I thought he died, I was like, not the hot one. No. I was like, why did he have to go?
Doesn't look so hot now, does he?
Sorry. Yeah.
But, hey, when he showed back up, I said, okay.
Yeah, he. I definitely thought that he's definitely a good looking guy for the Saw movie.
Even Chris Rock, like they're both. I was like,
Like,
I mean,
I'm just imagining, like, I'm thinking the future of the franchise and having those two have scenes together, knowing what we know now. Like, there could be some magic happening in the future with that. Like, just them talking back and forth, I think, is going to be a whole new level in the future.
I truly think, though, I think that in maybe the next one, I feel like that Zeke might actually like try and work with them just to, you know, kind of get inside, like, you know, I feel like that's like where it might be leading to.
I honestly thought he was going to until the moment Marcus died. After Marcus died, I think he's more like, no, my dad's dead now. That was the deal. Like, I would help you if you did that. So I don't know where it's going to go. Maybe. I mean, I think it would be very interesting to see Zeke and William team up like that. I think it's an interesting direction to go, and I'm all for it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
He lost his dad. That's all he wanted. So.
And I love his reaction at the end when Samuel's getting lit up and he's just like screaming, and you just feel it. It's like,
they had that hand-to-hand fight.
That was great.
Going at, oh my god, that's great.
Did anyone catch the callback to the original Saw right there of him like reaching out like his like arm as like the door was shutting? Yeah.
Also in the trailer, like I said, the ending showed a lot. Or this trailer showed a lot of the ending.
Wait, so what was on his? What was on his arms though? Like, was that like
a gun?
I think it was a gun. Because he pointed the gun,
like
and
guns.
Yeah.
Right.
Was he like trying to shoot at him, or was he literally just trying to wave his arm?
I think he was trying to wave his arm, and then but since they saw the gun, they just started lighting him up.
Exactly.
They didn't know
so that's what I was thinking afterwards. Like, it's like I don't know why he would be trying to shoot him.
And clearly done on purpose that way. It's like, oh, when he lifts his arm,
I think that's another like great little thing because you see someone with a gun, like gonna start shooting. So
another Easter egg. Did anybody catch this guy in the movie at all? The original Pig Mask. He's there.
Yeah, I didn't.
Where the fuck
I did not.
It's right before Sam Jackson, Marcus. I keep calling him by Sam Jackson. It's right before he gets captured and he's walking in that room. There's a bunch of pig stuff on the wall. One of those things is the original Pig Mask.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Next time you watch it, look out for that.
Yeah, definitely will.
I definitely will have to. I also have to say, because actually that's one thing I wanted to talk about earlier. What do you call it? Is I like the new Pig Mask a lot.
So do I.
I actually do. Yeah. Like I wasn't sure, like once like we started seeing like the pig puppet, I wasn't sure if that was going to be playing on the screens or anything, or if it was going to be like I actually really liked the what do you call it, the new look of the Pig Mask, and I like how that it was actually the pig that was now on the screen like doing the talking. Like
me too. We talked about that when we did our trailer reaction. I was like, I really like how Pighead is the one on the tape, because it wouldn't look right if the new puppet was doing the tapes. I don't think.
Yeah, that's a little.
But I do like the look of the new Pig Mask, and I like that it was him on the tapes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was definitely an upgrade, and definitely like something that was cool that they actually kept to like kind of like remind you, hey, this is like, you know, a Saw movie. So you know, but all right, everyone that's in the chat, you know, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to start closing this up. You know, be sure to leave your last minute thoughts. Misael, what's going on, man? Said he's at work. Oh, Misael works at a movie theater, but he hasn't seen the movie yet. Nice. Just wanted to say hi, guys. Can't wait to watch this after the movie. So, you know,
enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys had some fun talking about Spiral tonight. I'm glad that we were able to fit it in like the Monday after it came out. So, you know, like Richard Zeppieri, again, thank you for you know coming in, and thank you for a awesome time. Awesome movie too. Like I really enjoyed it, and I think that a lot of people like Saw fans did. So yep. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you guys can just stick around here for a second when we close this out, I'd appreciate it. Yeah.
Dominic, I want to address this one real quick. He just wants to know, where do we rank Spiral in our ranking, real quick?
Ooh. Third or fourth.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have to think about that, but I would probably say third or fourth too. Definitely top 5. But
Yeah, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. He said, honest question. Do people get more cynical or savvy so they're less impressed as they get older? How would yours... How
My
would your
younger
younger
self
self-
probably would have freaked out about this movie. Like it would
Yeah.
be like the greatest thing ever. But being a Saw fan, you know, I did see some things coming, but
Yeah.
but the traps were brutal. I mean, right out of the gate, Boz in the tongue trap, like we talked
what a way to
about.
start.
Your trap with the fingers.
That was the one that got me too. I was like,
Captain Garza with the hot wax thing. Like, oh my god,
dude.
Yeah.
like
Dude,
brutal shit, and very well done.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm not gonna
my
lie.
younger self wouldn't have seen the twist coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
My
no.
younger self would have been really surprised.
Yeah,
if this
sure.
would have come out during the initial run of like when they were coming out one a year. I mean, the thing about this is it's been a long time since those original movies. When you think about it, and I'm still just as excited now as I was in say like 2006 when they were coming out. So, like Spiral definitely gave me that feeling of we're back. Like Saw is back. Jigsaw was fine, I guess. But, like I was hyped for it and everything, and like I said, I had a decent time with the movie. But Spiral gave me that feeling of this is it, we're back. So
definitely better than the last few, especially the last two entries in this series. Way better, blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd probably say 3 or 4, but yeah, I'll have to think about it fully and get back to you on the ranking.
Yeah,
definitely top 5.
I would definitely put it in my number 4, right after Saw 1, 2, and 3, right after that original trilogy. It's right there with them. So
I'm not the biggest fan of Saw 3. Like I like it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. So honestly, Spiral's like it's going to be in my top 3. Like I've got my updated ranking coming out at the end of the week, but I definitely think Spiral's in my top 3. I thought it was a great time for me.
Honestly, the more I watch it, and like when it comes out on Blu-ray and stuff like that, and the more I watch and pop it in, the more time that I have to process everything, I'm sure it'll sway up a little bit. Like it may be in my top 3 after this is all said and done. But for right now, it's at number 4, which is still great. It's like right after that original trilogy for me.
For anyone that's still on the stream, just so you guys know, I do have the remainder of my Saw reviews coming out this week. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get them all out. Yeah, I know I couldn't get them all out before Spiral. I do have the remainder of those with Saw 4s looking to come out tomorrow, and we're just pretty much covering it the rest of the week. So stay tuned. Thank you guys again, Creepin' It Real team, for being here tonight. Guys, they did move their show in order to be here tonight. So, make sure
like a month since our last show.
Honestly,
So what's another weekend to do, right? Like, If
at least we're all together. So thanks, Braden, for bringing us all together.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're welcome. Destiny, I know you were a little, salty when I only tagged, them on Facebook. I'm sorry about that.
Because you did message me saying
I did.
should, and I was like, yeah. And then I saw that, and I was salty because I thought I was a part of the fucking team.
What the fuck? He just invites you two, not me. What the fuck?
Language is not necessary, but okay.
I'm sorry.
We can.
I'm salty again. I'm sorry.
This is a PG-13 show, so.
Okay.
And you're just telling us that now?
Literally. Yeah, now that the stream's ending, no cussing.
Yeah.
I know we're a little bit late, but no cussing.
Should have said that before we got on here, right?
You should have said that like an hour ago, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Before we got on,
it wouldn't have stopped
already cussing. Yeah.
No, but next week you guys are doing your guys' show, and just so these guys know that are watching,
I promise next week
you guys are doing what aquatic horror or whatever? Is that right?
Aquatic creature features.
Creature futures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aquatic. Why did I say aquatic? Am I stupid? I might be.
Probably.
Yeah, aquatic.
Aquatic.
Like sharks, piranha, crocodile, like anything in the water.
Yeah, because I saw your post on that, Chris, and like I saw that you posted in Killer Flicks what your recent watches had been, and I was just like, I was like, lots of shark movies, interesting. Like, I was like, what's the occasion? Movies. And I was just like, so.
Which is great. I got a few first time watches out of this, so I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yeah. But other than that, thank you so much, sir, for tuning in to the stream. Hope you enjoyed what we had to say. But everyone else, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys, Creepin' It Real, again for being here. And I'll see you guys in my next video, and make sure you guys tune in to them next week for their horror stream. So see you guys later. Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Bye.